Hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy 1. What is happening over here? My shit is off. Today, we're going to be starting with a bit of grinding in order to brave the depths of Mount Gulg. We were getting our asses handed to us just a touch. Just a touch. It's nothing. It's just a touch of ass-handedness. I do think I'm going to fare better against the enemies in Mount Gulg compared to the enemies of the sea. I don't know. There were centipedes down here. Centipedes were a little easier to handle. I didn't heal? Why didn't I heal? I'm a dummy. Oh my gosh. Okay, these things were weak to fire? Ice? I don't remember. It's only been 3 days, but I wasn't really cognizant when I was blasting their asses before. Was I? They do have a lot of health. Let me turn this back up in my ears a bit. So the goal that we're looking for is about level 18? 16? What was it? I saved the link for the recommended levels. I'm not looking at boss tips yet, but I wanted to see whereabouts we need to be. So for the Lich, we needed the recommended level on this site was 16. We did it with level 14, and it was decent. So I think it's a bit higher than it needs to be. It may be for the older game, which may have been more hard as nails. That would not surprise me that they dumbed it down. Although they made the bosses have more HP in this version, so I don't understand. The next boss at the bottom of Mount Gulg is level says recommended level 20. So I think we need to get to about level 18, about 2 levels below. Given that since the first 2 bosses, that has actually been the trend. It recommended Astos be level 10, and we were level 8. For the vampire, it recommended level 14, and we were level 12, or something like that. Anyways, we've been about 2 levels behind. So, I gotta actually click back on here, don't I? So I think as long as we get to level 18, we should have a decent go of this. Should also mean I have a nice amount of spells under my belt in order to take this thing down. Ice spells are the things I need to hold on to in this dungeon, obviously. I'm not super worried about centipedes, obviously. They're weak enough to fire. They do hit pretty hard, but we're holding our own. And we got 1100 for that. So I believe when I looked last time, this should mean that these 3, okay, it was 2,000. So they were at 3,000 and Sabin was at 4,000 before. Alright. It's going to be about 4 fights to get them all, if we can keep hitting sets of words. If we can keep hitting sets of words like this, sets of centipedes like that, this is going to be about half that, so it's not going to be as spectacular. we're gonna just kind of go through our highest level spells downward. When I'm down to the spells that cannot hit multiple enemies, I'm gonna just cottage. We might actually have to make a trek back to get more supplies. I don't have that many cottages on me, I don't think. I need to heal Sabin. We're out of Fire 3, but we got 4 Ice 2 spells, so this isn't going to be terrible. Obviously, we're in over our head. I probably should have leveled up one more time before we even left the Crescent Island. And indeed, the proper play here might be to head back there, level up again outside the city, and then do my other levels sort of on the river around it, or at least one more level on the river around it before I try coming back here. I'm not entirely sure. We're playing this by ear. Yeah, we got 600 for that. Yeah, I'm gonna antidote. We've got 2 cottages, so we definitely can't really grind here the way that I would like to. I'm gonna make the trek back. This is gonna suck. It's very warm today. I'm just gonna flee from this one. If it... Oh gosh, please don't kill Ophelia. Oh, I burned through all my potions, aren't I? Yeah, I've got 5 left. We got some Cure 2s we can throw onto people, but they're about as weak as a potion at this point. And these, I don't know. Sure. There. Ophelia is now useless unless we stop in Cottage, which there's not... That's one thing that really bites about this trek. There's no spots that I can land on the way there. Unless I go out of my way for... Yeah, it's not even the Hydras that I'm worried about, it's the crocodiles. If the crocodile hits me, it's like 80 damage. Gotta get those filler words out of your vocabulary. It's about 80 damage if a crocodile hits me. It's 30 for the Hydras. The Hydras, meh. Sure, they're tough, but are they that tough? Not really. Are you tough enough? We're back at the Crescent town. I'm not super worried about a troll. I'm just gonna beat down the troll. Get it, Vivi. That is the downside of coming back here, is it's going to take a little bit longer because the enemy spread here is lower on the XP table. But we can still run into things like Hilgigus, or Hilgigai, for plural. Sabin is almost dead. I did not even notice that. Uh-oh, Sabin's dead. Alright, I don't care anymore. I'm leaving, and I'm going to go revive. I don't have any more of these. That's right. I do have to leave. Bye. No, let me leave. No, let me leave. Thank you. Okay. Now the other thing is when I was struggling against the Lich and I looked it up, the articles that I found said the Lich was one of the hardest enemies because of how early on it is and how it resists most things. It resists physical attacks, it resists lightning, it resists ice. Or maybe lightning is neutral, but semantics. It's only weak to fire or Dia. So, might find that I don't need to actually even be 2 levels below. I might be able to get it by with 17. But I do want to play this a little safer. So I'm going to buy more cottage and more potions. Really need those. Oh, not that many. Maybe 4 more? Sure. That seems fine. So now that we're just puttering around here, we'll just hop into the inn. Hop into the inn. Yep, those are words that came out of my face. I may try doing canoe trips, just because they have a higher yield of experience. Wish I had a Bolt 3, because Bolt 2 doesn't really do as well as I would like. Ophelia, please don't miss. I really can't afford these crocodiles to take when it was out again. Okay? Hydra, you're not allowed to do crocodile damage. You hear me? Stop hitting Vivi. Vivi's the one that can kill you all. Which I suppose is the point for why you're hitting Vivi. But don't. Should be able to take out this other crocodile here. And again, I'm not really worried about the Hydras. The Hydras are stronger in health, but they're generally not as strong damage-wise as the crocodile. I think it might be this 3-hit nonsense that this one's pulling off that's getting me. I'm gonna cure myself. I'm gonna try icing the Hydra, see if that does any better. I'm quite confident that Bolt is what's needed in order to take down the crocodiles. But I don't feel like I have a great amount of information on... do I need to be doing that? Yeah, sure. We'll bring you up to 200. You back up to 200, and you up to 200. And then we'll do some more riding on this. What was the Ochu or something? Yeah, the Ochu. Hey, there it is. An Ochu and a Piranha. Piranha's probably hurt. I'm gonna try firing that Ochu and see if it takes more damage from fire. It is sort of plant-like. However, it's a plant in the water. It may be closer to a lily pad or something that's been mutated. It's the poison aspect of the Ochu that I don't like. The Piranha's dead. Alright, and the Ochu does not take a lot of damage to fire, so we're not going to keep going down that route. Poison 2 of us, eh? You think your poison's good enough to stop us? It's not. Does mean I have to eat into some more antidotes here. But that's fine. Yeah, I think I'm at a good level for the canoe monsters around here to not be such a pain. Once we get into the maze up to Mount Lug, we start to get... Oh, crap. Don't all attack Ophelia, please. She's not... She does have the most health. This is not okay, though. Get out of here. Go. I don't think you can die to poison in this game. I think you just go down to 1 HP. That's sad, because that would have been a good XP return if they hadn't gotten to go first. Ah, I hate that. Why does it feel like Cure 3 doesn't do as much on Ophelia as it does on the other party members? Oh, you want to cure yourself? That's kind of selfish of you. How about you do the minimum amount of healing? No, I want to do the same amount of healing, thank you. Yeah, 2 Hydras. This seems fair. Bolts. We're going to need a heal of our magic points, though, in a moment. Actually, Vivi needs a health regain. Words are hard, okay? Please do not kill my mages. Fuck's sake! Stop killing my mages! Although... Oh, Vivi leveled up. Alright, I'm going back into town. Whoops, not into the inn. I gotta revive my mage first. You are a shit healer. You know that, Ophelia? You die. You heal for the minimum amount of damage for some reason. All the time. I just want you to be the best you can be, Ophelia. Disappointed. Just keep looking at myself. I gotta stop doing that. I'm not a thing to look at. Beautiful. So what's our status here? We're almost level 16. You need 84, you need 560, you need 200. So that actually brought everybody a lot closer, which is good. If Vivi dies now and brings everybody into a nice range again, that would be awesome. Just don't do it right away. If it's at the start of combat, I'm pretty much fucked against all the enemies here. My my thief and my train suplexer just do not have the damage output that my mage does. Vivi, they are the best. Come on. Did I scare you all the way? Hello? I scared all the monsters away. Where are you? Hello? There we go. Oof, this could be a little rough. You have a Bolt 3 now. We have liftoff is what we have. I am excited for this. You know what I'm gonna do? I don't have a shield 2 yet, but I have a shield 1 that I'm gonna put on Vivi. How much is this gonna do? Please do a lot. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that output. Unfortunately, it is the only one I get. For now. Probably get another spell slot for that level next time I level up. Might take a second one, I don't know. Do. None of these are undead, so this is useless. Nobody's using any spells, so those are also useless. Do you need a cure too? I don't know if that's necessary. Maybe it's... Yeah, that was good. 58's about the high end of the range of cure 2, so I think we were good there. Okay, that's not pleasant though. No more of that. Keep seeing something out of the corner of my eye. Oh, that's gonna be the end of the Hydra. Ooh, key. This should be everybody leveling, right? Corvo, Sabin, Ophelia. Yeah, alright. We good. Ophelia has a shield 2 now. I wonder if shield 2 will hit the whole party. Can I read that? Raises party's defense. Raises defense. Okay, so this actually is really going to be beneficial. Just gonna run back in here and heal at the inn, and we'll start a new save slot for today. Given that we get about 1,000 per, it's only 10 battles, 10 to 12 battles probably that I have to do to get another level. So we're gonna keep going until we hit level 17. Then we'll make our way back to Mount Gulg. And I may do another level around Mount Gulg. I don't know. I am correct. 8,000, 9,095. Yeah, okay. Formation. I like splitting up my mages and my melees for some reason. It's a quirk, okay? Leave it. Oh, geez, the deck's been stacked against me. Bolt. I can shield my party. No. Yeah, you take out that crocodile. Come on. Why are my mages so slow? This may take out both piranhas and that front croc at least. Oh, took out all of them. The front row is down. And while I may get poisoned, I'm not going to take nearly as much damage. Although, the heavy hitters are all dead, so that shield 2 was kind of a waste because Ophelia waited until after they all died to cast it. Whoa. I hate when it does that. I don't know if this is just a sticky button situation with my controller or if it's a problem with the input on PC, but this controller has been doing that a lot. Yeah, we got another 1,000 there, so this feels pretty good. What doesn't feel great is the fact that I only get one Bolt 3. And I only get one Shield 2. That worries me un petit point. Why'd I scared all the monsters away. What happened? Come on. Give me things to fight. I demand satisfaction. Yeah, there we go. Now it's heading into the water, right? Yeah. Oh no. Why's the enemy gotta strike first all the time? Don't hit Vivi. Vivi cannot handle this. Vivi cannot handle the pressure. I do not appreciate this. Although, if Vivi dies and we finish the fight, we will all be pretty even again. No! Now my Cure 3 is just useless. Okay, I hate you all. I hate you all so much, you fucking crocodile bastards. Not only did they all attack first, but they focused on Vivi first. Oh, one of them. No, we're out of here. God damn it, get out of here. My party's going to die. This fucking game. This isn't too bad. As long as we get the... Oh, you want that? No, you're not going to get that then. You can go fuck yourself. This game just flips me off at every opportunity. I should never speak. Welcome to the silent stream, because if I say anything, the game will hear me and adapt. Now there's the next AI gaming opportunity. It listens to the words you say, interprets them, and reacts to them, adapts to them. Someone that plans out all their moves in an RPG, and suddenly the computer is countering specifically what you're strategizing every turn. I don't need to save again. What I need is for this game to stop throwing things at me that destroy me before I get a chance to react. I've never liked the ambush mechanic. I don't like it in D&D, I don't like it in RPGs. It's mostly Final Fantasy related RPGs, but... I just get my ass handed to me all the time when they have the first move. Should be the end of the croc? No? Cutting it. Ophelia! That was your punishment, Ophelia. That's what you get. That crocodile should be dead. You missed twice. It should hit you again. I'm frustrated. Apparently this Hydra is weak to nothing because it did not take that much damage from my bolts. Come in here and heal your ass because you couldn't finish the job, Ophelia. See if we can find another group of multiple crocodiles. That way I can unleash my third bolt. 3 crocodiles. Yeah. Oh, no. Can you attack my frickin' tank? Thank you. Fucking bullshit. Vivi doesn't need a Cure 3 in order to heal back up to full. They just need a Cure 2. Bolt! Bitch. Yeah. Hit Corvo, hit Sabin, stop hitting my mages. They do not have the resistance. I know Ophelia has the health, but not really worth it. Also, honestly, Vivi, you really can't attack faster. You gotta wait until everyone else gets a turn. You equal opportunist shithead. More cures. I guess you need another one. Very low on curability. Maybe I shouldn't have rolled a white mage. Maybe we should have went red mage and black mage. Then I could have had some offensive ability as well as some healing. Because frankly, Ophelia has proven to be very useless this game. There have been a couple nice clutch opportunities of Dia, but we haven't really had opportunity for the null spells besides the Lich, which was a requirement. The cures go so quickly, and none of these other spells have been useful, honestly. Maybe the shield once in a while. I think that prawn is dead. Yep. I'm casting shield, and there's not really a good reason to be worrying about shield. Oh, Ophelia and Vivi, you cannot do anything to this thing, can you? Why is it so strong defensively? What the hell? I don't remember it being that difficult to take down. Oh, there we go. How are we doing? 62, 64. Not going as quickly as I expected. I don't know why I expected it to go faster, though, if I'm honest. There's really no explanation for my thought process. Come on! Give me something to kill! We go up here and try and find some centipedes. Oh, look. Oh, nice. That shield finally came in handy. Let's try shielding. This is gonna be a longer fight, so I feel like there's some use in doing it. Oh, Ophelia, can you do it before Corvo dies? Fuck's sake, this woman. She just takes her sweet time. I am worried for Corvo. I have only the basic cure. I don't think that's gonna be enough. Oh. Oh shit. Come the fuck on. What the hell? Now Corvo's the one that's gonna be behind, because this is gonna be another 1,000 experience. Ophelia, I hate how useless you are. I wish you were someone else. I'm sorry, but you've just proven to be the worst party member. You miss most of your hits. You seem to wait until the end when it comes to curing. We have lost our party members far too... That was 1,500. Corvo is so far behind now. I forgot that I was poisoned. Just because of my disappointment in my white mage. You're letting me down, Ophelia. You're letting me down. This peaceful music can't stop the pain in my heart. Oh. Oh. So it turns out I have a better chance of getting... I mean, I knew that. The problem is that there are Hilgigai and trolls in this area. That are not good sources of experience. Or rather, are not as good. And if I'm attacking them instead of the centipedes, it's gonna take longer. Should probably be fleeing from this. Sabin, we could have been out of this fight if you'd just hit twice there. Yeah, what's the damage here for Corvo? You're at 46, 49, 39, 6,000. Oh, poor Corvo. My poor thief. My poor thief is the one falling behind now because Ophelia, she can't handle a heal, apparently. I wonder if it's anything like Pokemon where certain spells and certain attacks have priority. And Shield or some of her abilities have lower priority, so she just doesn't go first or at all. Why do I step onto this canoe and stop running into enemies? I need experience. 4 centipedes. 3 centipedes is good. 3 centipedes is honestly better. Ophelia, just sit there and don't swallow your tongue. Please don't die though. I still need you to survive, because if you die, then there's less targets for damage to be spread over. You can still be a meat sponge. Nice one, Sabin. Centipedes, you have no business being poisonous and hitting this hard. Come now. Stop it. Stop what you're doing. Ophelia. Ophelia, my patience runs thin with you.